Slovakia is looking to increase trade and cultural links with China, especially as China and the EU mark 50 years of diplomatic ties.
Slovakia's Foreign Minister Juraj Blanár said dialogue is vital in an era of Trump protectionism. He spoke to CGTN's Li Jinhua.
Slovakia can be so-called a gateway for the Chinese to European Union. We have some experience already from other countries which started to do the business in the European Union, especially in Slovakia. And the last visit of our Prime Minister with many ministers to China was remarkable from many reasons. We want to strengthen our cooperation, not only on trade, but also the cultural, educational level, and also people to people, which is very important. So this year we will host the first ever intergovernmental coordination committee, for example, and we will also set up the working group for investment and economic cooperation between Slovakia and China. And also we would like to issuing the visa for a special Chinese group doing the business or investment in Slovakia.
So we're expecting closer trade and economic cooperation between the two countries.
Definitely.
Have you ever faced any pressure from your EU partners, given that you have been deepening economic engagement with China? And do you think it's very much of a balancing act for you?
From the political point of view, of course, there are some discrepancies because some countries are very, let's say, in a different position as we are. But from the trade point of view, I think there is a very mutual understanding that the China is a very strategic partner for Slovakia and also European Union. And of course, the problem is that the EU-China deficit is more than 300 billion. So what we want to do is just rebalance this deficit and to find a mutual and fair cooperation. There is another very important sign, I mean the positive sign, that the foreign direct investment from China to European Union is something like 180 billion of euro. But vice versa, also the foreign direct investment from the EU countries to China, in China, it's also 180 billion of euro. That means both sides understand that we are very important strategic partner.
So you mean both parties are aware of the context
Definitely.
when it comes to foreign direct investment? But let's talk about China and Slovakia's bilateral investment. So they do have common ground in green transition.
Right.
One of the examples is Goshen High-Tech's investment in the country is worth about $1.3 billion US. It's one of the largest investments the country has earned in history. So how do you see this collaboration benefiting Slovakia and China?
Slovakia is the leading country in producing passenger car per capita in the world. Now we have to transform to also EVs. And one very important part of this production is the batteries. And China is most developed with the technology of producing the batteries, and Goshen is one of them.
Slovakia was one of the 5 countries that voted against levying additional tariffs on Chinese-made EVs. Let's say if tensions escalate, what consequences do you foresee?
So this can harm very much our industry, but I'm still optimistic that we can manage. But we have many challenges on the Atlantic side as well with the US, as I explained. So this is something which is very important for future cooperation. We are living in a tough time.
We are living in a tough time. We have 2 wars at this point. Also, Donald Trump's return to the White House is reshaping global geopolitics. So where does Slovakia position itself?
Our position is very clear. We would like to have a very good and open relation with every stakeholder when it comes to the political relation and also trade relation. U.S. is an important strategic partner for Slovakia as well. Our trade turnover is 5 billion euro, and 75% of this export from Slovakia is coming from the automotive, as we already mentioned. So we would like to be in touch, in close dialogue with the U.S. and negotiate our interest bilaterally and also multilaterally from the European Union level.